This is Your Magnetic Purpose podcast, a new season focused on creativity and connection. We'll use tools like human design, tarot, and astrology, and see what happens when you let your natural rhythm lead. So let's dive in. Welcome back to Your Magnetic Purpose. We are so excited to be back, and this season is going to be filled with creativity and with connection. We have so many cool things going on the website. So head on over to yourmagneticpurpose.com and check it out. We have new reports, we have new blog posts, we have lots of fun things over there, and we cannot wait to share them with you. This episode today feels really personal to me, not just because it's the month of love and I love love, but because connection and love are central to my human design. I carry the right angle cross of the vessel of love, so connection is something that I study, I observe, I live, and I work with every day. And this episode was inspired by the Love Book by Ra Uru Hu. The book is all about how connection actually works between people in the mundane. Whether it's in a relationship, in business, creativity, or in the quiet ways that we choose who and what we give our connection to. This is one of the most grounding ideas in human design, that love is a form of connection, like an energetic blueprint. And when we meet and we understand that, love becomes less confusing and we stop personalizing something that was never meant to be personal. But why does connection feel so different with different people? You probably noticed this, right? Some people you meet, they feel instantly familiar. Some feel energizing, some feel steady, some feel inspiring, and then some feel like they have just zapped the life force out of you and they've left a bad taste in your mouth. That isn't random. That is what connection is. And human design gives language to something that we already feel. So just a quick moment for my new listeners. If you're listening and thinking, what is my type? What the heck is a vessel of love? And I don't know what this chart is that she speaks of. You don't need to worry about that. Again, just head over to our website, yourmagneticpurpose.com. You can pull your chart there and it only takes a couple of seconds. But even if you don't get the opportunity to do that, or you don't have your chart on you, you're still going to get something from this episode. So let's talk about how each type loves in the real world. Generators and manifesting generators in love, they love with a presence, with persistence, with consistency. Their devotion is so strong and so felt. They bond through a shared sense of momentum, and they want a relationship that has energy to it. When they're in a healthy connection, you can feel their warmth and their willingness. They feel like kind of like a grounded, warm hug. Now, manifestors in love, they love with direction and with decisiveness. Their affection is often expressed through action and through choosing and through like strong intensity. They do best when there's room for initiation and room to move and a lot of room to be themselves. Projectors in love are in love with attention. They're in love with depth. They're in love with seeing. And it's not attention on them. They shower you with attention. Their care is felt through how focused they are on you. They notice small patterns and they understand your energy very well. In the right connection, they feel appreciated for their insight and they feel chosen. Reflectors in love love with sensitivity, they love with honesty, and they love with a sense of timing. Their experience through connection is all about their environment and their rhythm. Their space and their pace really matters. Their love feels spacious, but it unfolds slowly. Is going to mirror back the health of the relationship itself, even if there's some dysfunction to it. When people come together, it's not about matching types, it's about how their energy interacts. So generators or manifesting generators with another generator or manifesting generator, This connection often feels steady and alive. There is a ton of momentum and a shared sense of doing. Their love feels active together. And this pairing does really well when both people respect each other's yes and their no. They really need something to be excited about in the relationship that they're building together. Now, to keep this really simplistic, I am going to group generators and manifesting generators into the word generators. They both are very worthy of their own um, type, but just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to put the two together right now. So, generators in love with manifestors, this connection often carries a spark. It brings consistency and energy, and it brings a lot of initiation. When timing is respected, it feels exciting and supportive. The generator feels engaged, and the manifestor feels backed. Generators with projectors. This connection can feel deeply supportive. One brings the energy and the other brings the guidance. I always say that every single generator needs a projector. They just go so well together and they can move mountains. It flows well when the projector feels recognized and when the generator feels that their energy is being honored and not taken advantage of. Generators and reflectors, this connection can feel grounding and revealing. Consistency meets sensitivity here. A reflector often helps a generator see what is working through reflection alone, and simplicity really supports this pairing. Then a manifestor with another manifestor, this connection is powerful. These two know how to initiate. It works best with a healthy dose of trust and of independence and plenty of space just to be themselves. A manifestor with a projector, this connection often feels focused. Movement is strategy here. It thrives when the projector is recognized and the manifestor feels free. And then a manifestor and a reflector, this connection can feel surprising and clarifying. It's where action meets awareness. But patience and environment is what is going to support this pairing. And then a projector with another projector, this connection can feel very intimate and very perspective. These two are deeply aware of energy, and it does well when there is a lot of rest and a lot of structure. And then a projector with a reflector, this connection often feels gentle and emotionally aware. The environment becomes very critical here, and space and pacing really matters. And then a reflector with another reflector, this connection is rare. Reflectors make up 1% of the population, so having this connection is deeply sensitive, and there is a lot of reflection and change that happens within this relationship. Time and a supportive environment will help this pairing to unfold naturally. Now, a deeper level to all of this is connection that is formed through channels in your body graph chart. The channels describe how energy moves between the people and why certain connections feel natural and some feel electric, and then why others ask you to bring your awareness and your patience. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into this in our next episode, but for now, this is what matters. When two people come together, they create a shared field. They have a shared rhythm and they have a shared experience. This connection is co-created. Connection isn't limited to romantic relationships. It shows up in business partnerships, in creative collaborations, mentorships, teams, and even in your relationships at work. I always say that a healthy workplace is when all 5 of the energy types are really honored. You're going to have a manifestor that is going to spark the ideas, a generator who is going to take the ball and run with it. A projector is going to have a really good guidance for the team. And then the manifesting generator is always going to shake things up and be really inventive. where the reflector is going to mirror back the health of the relationship, the team dynamics, and the project that you're working on. Whenever I start a new creative project, I look at the connection first. If I'm going to be starting a project, I'll run its chart alongside my chart to see how my energy meets the idea and what kind of creative relationship this project is asking for. It's still love, but it's expressed through creation. When connection isn't understood, people try to force it in the relationship. And this can show up like they overgive, they overcompensate, they stay way longer than they should, or they leave before clarity arrives. Understanding connection creates softness, choice, and honesty. For the month of love, I am offering connection charts and reports. These can be run for romantic relationships, business partnerships, creative collaborations, or just a project that you're thinking about building. We look at how the connection works and where the energy can flow really easily, but also where there needs to be a little bit more awareness to support the growth. You'll find the details in the show notes below, or you can just head over to yourmagneticpurpose.com and it's under the downloads. Love doesn't need to be all rainbows and butterflies or even dramatic to be meaningful. When you understand your connection type and your chart, love becomes steady and it becomes honest. In the next episode, we'll explore channels more deeply. But until then, notice how your connections show up and notice where they feel consistent and maybe a little bit bumpy or some room for growth. So thank you for being here with me, and I will see you in the next episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like, share, and subscribe wherever you stream your podcast. For more resources and tools to explore human design, tarot, and astrology, head over to yourmagneticpurpose.com and book a live one-on-one reading or download your free chart. Remember, the more that you align with your purpose, the more opportunities you attract.